things
No, that's
happen.
all right. Yeah, that's all right.
Sorry.
Let's continue.
Okay.
Don't close the door.
What?
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 What? Door's open. I can see right to the west.
Sorry. Ready? I'm getting married today. I'm getting married. Isn't that awful? An actual wedding in a church, white dress and all. I haven't the slightest clue how I got here. Okay, I remember champagne, oysters, blue eyes, brilliant blue eyes, lying, crying, 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 cake, forgiveness, diamond, very big diamond, buttermilk icing. You're going to be a wife today. A wife? A wife! Panic, panic, champagne, bathroom, tub. I'm getting married today. I'm getting married today. Oh my God, how could I have let this happen? In my life, everything I do is in pursuit of love. And the greatest enemy of love is marriage. I'm about to walk down the aisle and in front of God and everyone promise to love one man. One. For the rest of my life. No more lovers. No more singing single ladies at parties. No more eating macaroni and cheese straight out of the pot with a wooden spoon. I'm going to change my last name. Who I am. My identity will be forever altered. And why? Because some old dead white guy said, it's the law, and your love isn't valid unless you sign a piece of paper. Because everyone knows that signing a piece of paper is the purest form of true love. If anything, we should have just jumped over a broom in the woods and run away together. The beautiful thing about jumping over a broom in the woods is that no one actually knows what it means. You've never heard someone say, oh, it's such a shame how they behave now. They were perfectly in love before, but now they behave just a typical way for two people who jumped over a broom a year ago. Babies! I can't have a baby! If you forget to feed a baby, you go to jail! Did you know that? I can't go to jail! I can't get old and fat! I can't change my last name! Oh my God, I can't get married! Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I have to get out of here. I could climb out the window and shimmy down the drain pipe and change my name to Stephanie Bunbury and live out the rest of my life. Oh, but Cedric. I couldn't bear for someone to tell him that I'd run away. Run away without any warning or without giving him any kind of sign. Cedric is the most perfect man. There is no man more romantic or more perfect than him. He is delightfully inappropriate in the most polite of company. His eyes are blue, and they make me feel warm. When he wakes up in the morning, he runs his hands through his hair, and he leaves it like that for the rest of the day. Everyone envies it. You know, the first thing I ever told Cedric was a lie. I told him I was on the run from an arranged marriage, and I begged him to help me. A most brilliant deception, if I do say so myself. All just so I could get close to him. When he found out the truth, he wouldn't speak to me for 5 whole days. I was inconsolable. I refused absolutely everything. Except champagne. And cake. But Cedric forgave me. Now that's true love. If you can forgive someone and love them after they have deceived you in the most brilliant way, that's when you know you can truly trust them. If you're all the time telling each other the truth, you'll never know if your love can stand the test of time. I could never believe he loves me. This brilliant man with this stunning man with nearly straight teeth sees nothing in the world but me. myself. No, 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 no. I have to marry him. Maybe after we're married, I can forget that we're married. After all, the cause of all divorce is remembering that one is married. Divorce. Ugh. That's it! How could I not have thought of this before? I'll just ask Cedric to divorce me! Oh, Cedric will understand. Okay, he'll sign this and we'll be divorced and happy. Okay. I, Adriana Mondry, divorce the perfect Cedric Carnaby on the grounds of the truest love that ever was. Oh, Cedric will understand, and no one has to know. Just him and I. Perfect. 20 minutes. That's enough time for me to get this to Cedric, have him sign it, and then get back here without anyone knowing that I was gone. This has turned out to be the most romantic day. For I'm going to drink some of this. Considering you're in my house, I guess that shouldn't be much of a problem now, should it? You know this? This is just a typical consequence of conspiracy theories. It's nothing to feel bad about. It happens all the time. It's a human weakness, the jumping to conclusion thing, wanting to know, the need for explanations. It's fascinating how we human beings have the strongest urge to explain away every negative facet of our lives. Don't you find it fascinating? We all live by some great universal lies. We do. Even people like you. My favorite ones are, my classmates hate me. Human lie. It's only because they're jealous of my astonishing beauty and talent. Truth, your classmates simply just hate you. I feel so different. It's only because the people around me are simple, shallow people that couldn't possibly understand my unique intelligence and personality. Truth, you are just weird. My father left me. He left because he was incapable of handling the love he felt for me because becoming a father was too overwhelming for him to handle. Your father is just a prick, and for the record, you will end up with a man who will end up leaving you because you chose a man who's just as big of a prick as your father. In the hope of changing him, I feel alone. I'm looking for someone special, and that takes time. I would rather be alone than surrounded by people that don't understand me. Now this is caused by all of the previous factors and exists only because the truth is you're delighted to bathe in your own self-pity without anyone interfering. We've all done it. Come on! Admit! We've all been there. It's the world. The world is turning against me. And this is why I don't socialize very well with women. Women have brought this submissiveness on themselves by being self-centered, self-pitying, less intelligent, too dependent on confirmation from men, and last but not least, they're fucking thinking about every little detail. What did he really mean with the things he said? I texted first the last time. Why isn't he texting me back? I slept with him on the first day. Oh gosh, when you think of a slut now. He probably left because he thinks I'm too fat, so now I have to focus all my energy on finding the best working overnight, low fat, no carbs diet there is. No, darling, you just need to start developing a personality. So there it is. My loathing for women, out in the open. better. But at least I admit the problem. First step towards recovery, you know. You might want to note that. Could be important for some sort of conclusion. I reckon you doctors have heard it all anyway, so this shouldn't be a shock now, should it? But men are so much easier. You must have some research somewhere to back that up. There's never anything in the middle when it comes to men. You're either in or you're out. And you know when they're there. You can feel it. You're their everything, and it's not a thing in the world they wouldn't do or sacrifice for you. And like this, you're out. You're out. And you're out for good. He's shut down. And the eyes that once looked at you in a loving way is now ice cold and filled with disgust. And you have no choice but to melt away. And his cold blue eyes are piercing through your skin, ripping you apart piece by piece by piece. Because you can see that there's nothing left. And you scream. But you know he can't hear you anymore. Because from now on, you are nothing to him. Nothing. It's something so liberating about that, you know? It really is. So pure, that feeling. Now let's talk about what you're really here for. This? So trivial. It is what it is, and it is nothing. Do you know how much it takes to shut down? Have you ever experienced that the one person who was able to make you feel anything just disappeared, and he's not even dead, but you're dead? You're dead to him and you feel dead, but still you have to continue. Have you ever felt a pain so deep that you would rather rip your own skin off instead of feeling anything like that ever again? Have any of you ever felt that? Because when you have felt that, then you can accuse me. Then you can come here with your accusations. Then you can make me tell you all about my inner pain. But I never laid a hand on him. Never. So don't you put this "I was scared of her" bullshit on me, because I am not the one to be scared of here. I am not the one who should feel any guilt. What happened is not my fault. Do you get that? It has nothing to do with me. Nothing, nothing, nothing! And now, I think that we all should just calm down. Listen. I really don't have time for this. And when all this is over, I will be needing my gun back.
September 2002. We were gathered celebrating the New Year's when a bomb shatters the windows. A minor cut to my face, but major hatred in the air. April 2004. I work up the courage to defend my rights. I'm thrown down against the asphalt. My skull's fractured, just like the nation. January 2014. On my way to visit my family, my car breaks down. As I stand on the side of the interstate, a car stops. 7 men get out and put a bullet through my head. My husband gets one too. Our 5-year-old daughter is alive in the back seat. Every day is the same thing. You wake up in the morning, you go about your day, and you go to bed. You sleep with a gun under your pillow, just in case they come for you tonight. And if they do, what good will the gun do? After the restless sleep, you wake up. Every muscle in your body is tense. There was no rest. You were waiting for them, and they didn't come. Maybe tomorrow. And so, you live in the anticipation that any minute now, it will happen. Busting through the door, nobody left alive, or worse, everybody left a broken soul. You wonder which one's better, secretly wishing that none of them will come true, but knowing that sooner, rather than later, that moment will come. As I run away, the air's thick. I choke. I fall to the ground with everything I love dearest next to me. There is no other thing to do but merge with the earth to avoid drowning in the bitter white fog. I fight the branches of the mighty forest while everything around me disappears. I thought there was an escape. But somehow, I find myself at the other end of the maze, by the seashore. The crimson waves wash at my feet, permeate my skin, infiltrate my soul. It goes heavy on me. It consumes my insides. It deforms me. The scars are forever. The disease is here to stay. There's nothing else to do but to dive in and bravely swim into an ocean of hope. Those who don't make it are martyrs. But those of us who make it out alive, what are we? Who are we? It's a funny feeling, this thing. Fear. The adrenaline pumping through your system. It dilates your pupils so it makes you see more of the world around you. Yes, it opens up your eyes to more and more darkness. Or maybe it opens them to the answer. Those of us who survive are burdened by the knowledge of what was, what is, and what's to come. By a painful certainty of a haunting reality that we all experience, though most of us deny. In choosing to save my life, what do I become? A warrior. A warrior. Maybe I am here to tell a story, to expose the truth, to open up your eyes to the fact that living in fear is the torture itself.
When growing up, I never thought of love, of meeting the one, getting married and having babies. My future was a blur. I wouldn't say I didn't have hopes and dreams, like regular people, they just never involved a man. Maybe it was all the dysfunctional relationships in my family, or maybe it was the lack of a father figure, or maybe it was just the way my head was screwed on. The only thing I ever dreamt of was becoming an actress. To be in the movies, loved by everyone. I would picture myself on the red carpet, wearing a long, beautiful dress. People would be shouting my name, screaming out how beautiful and talented I am. I would win every award possible for my film roles, and there would never be any bad press about me. It was not until I was 17 that a man caught my eye. He was
22 years old, a grown man. He had a job, a driver's license, had gone to Bath University, and he was saving up to buy his own apartment. What a catch! Such a handsome, intelligent, and beautiful young man. Everyone loved him, and he chose me. I don't remember our first kiss, or the first time we slept together. It's crazy, all the things you do when you're young and in love. It was my last year in school, and after being with him for only 6 months, I moved in with him in his new apartment. I spent all my spare time with him. Totally forgot about my friends and family. I miss them. I don't talk to them much anymore. We kind of drifted apart. I spend most of my time here, between these four walls. Life has become a routine. Every morning, he fucks me. His alarm rings. I wake up, but I pretend I'm still sleeping. He snoozes it at least 4 times before he rolls over towards me and pulls my underwear to the side. He doesn't even bother to take it off anymore. I pretend I'm still sleeping. He enters me, and for the next 5 minutes, I drift off into my fantasy world. It's a beautiful world. I am on the red carpet. It is the Academy Awards. I'm wearing the latest Oscar de la Renta gown. People are shouting my name, desperate for an interview. Fans are screaming, "I love you, I love you!" It's wet and sticky between my legs. I grab some tissue from the nightstand to wipe myself. I go to the bathroom to pee. I wait. I stay in the bathroom waiting. I don't cry anymore. I used to cry a lot, but there's no use. I'm too sensitive, you see. It makes me think irrationally, and I am unable to know what's best for me. Why do I stick around? If someone had told me that this is marriage, I wouldn't have done it. I don't like sex. The front door slams. He's left for work. I love the feeling and the sound of people leaving a room. It's as if I can breathe again. Some people have this overwhelming presence that makes it hard to breathe. I used to think that everyone on Earth had been given the same amount of space around them, but some got more. You can be in the same room, a living room, for example, with just one other person and feel there is no room for you. You're suffocating and you shouldn't be there. You're taking up important space this person is entitled to. The world isn't fair. It isn't. But that does not change the fact that it should be. I don't know how I got here. I used to think that sex was a beautiful thing. As a child, I fantasized a lot about sex. It was exciting, and I couldn't wait for the day I'd lose my virginity. I had it all planned. Until I found myself alone with my uncle in his car. Now I know better. Sex is not for women, it's for men. I don't like sex, it's just how a woman is built. I used to have dreams, big dreams. Now I just don't know how I got here. Sometimes he makes me smile. He used to make me smile a lot, even laugh. I used to love him so much it hurt. How can someone be so blind? How am I? is none of your business. I don't need you. Just like I don't need him.
When you were here before, could look in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry.
Looks good. Hair? Check. Dress? Check. And new shoes. Love them. They're too colorful. Okay, change. Lips are too red. Wipe it off. This dress shows too much skin. Too vulgar. Look at yourself from head to toe. Do you see anything beautiful? Hair? Little? Ears? Crooked? Eyes? Too small and narrow. Your eyeliner is bigger than your eyes. You look like a panda. Low nose. Huge jaw like Siberia. Bone structure. You could be a sumo wrestler. Please stop. Are you angry? No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Why? Do I look angry? Yes, you do. This is my pensive look. You look always serious. Be happy, smile. You're ugly, but people love your smile. Shut up! Be quiet. I don't want to hear it. You stink. Don't start all over again. I took a shower this morning. You have strong body odor. Take a shower. Okay? Take a quick shower. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Not again. Don't you remember what happened with John? You took a shower before you meeting him. You are the one who started it. You are full of lust. Shame on you, slut and whore.
Oma. Oh, Oma.
Stop! Please! No, don't! Stop!
Yes.
Please! Delete it! Erase it! Shake it! Shake it harder! Stop torturing me! Okay, I can stay here, please. Oh, God. I'm so dirty, please. Cleanse me. Take it away from me. Purify my heart. Hold me. Shape me. You are the God. You are the potter and I'm the clay, please. Don't you hear what people say about you? A self-righteous person. A hideous hypocrite. Good for nothing. You are full of shame, useless. I know. I want to change. That's why I'm trying so hard. But I'm not still good enough. Stop whining. You're so pathetic. Control yourself. Lighten your heart up. Get up. This is me. But it's not me. I'm here. But I'm not here. Who am I? Tell me, who am I? Who are you? I'm the one who makes you a better person. Without me, you're nothing. What would be the difference? Living in fear and doubt? Compared to who? For what? This is not me. This is the moment. Take this accusation. Take this judgment. Take this fear and doubt. Take this guilt, fear, and voices, roars, critics. Here I am. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am who I am.
Feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad.
I'm supposed to be
Yeah,
seated.
okay.
Then a different chair. It's the wrong chair.
Wrong chair?
Feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, feliz Navidad, próspero año y felicidad.
I wasn't actually going to kill him. I wouldn't call it a threat. I mean, everyone says that. My Nana says it all the time. And those things, they're big, but they're hollow. Okay, they're not. You couldn't kill somebody with it. You're not even a kid. Okay. Okay. Objection, officer. Yeah, I'll admit that it was a tad extreme, but this kid was fucking heinous. Okay, I don't care that he was only like 5. Oh, 8. Whatever, I can't tell the difference. It's been a ratchet day for me already, and I snapped. If you're forced to be cheerful day lot 40 hours a week, you would have clinical depression, all right? Overruled? Okay, today already sucked because I got like an $80 parking ticket, plus a boot on my tire, because I have a bunch of other parking tickets. So I had to take the bus to work, so I was late. Plus I'm feeling kind of shitty because I think I was roofied last night by these lesbians. And then this little shit ass, it was just enough, okay, enough. I shouldn't even be here, okay? I hate living here. I almost left after high school, but I decided not to. Should have. Being 25 and single in your hometown isn't really ideal. I got into Long Beach, but first of all, I heard it was pretty ghetto, and secondly, my boyfriend at the time gave me chlamydia, and he dumped me, so it was pretty sad. Youth. I'm totally leaving though, as soon as I finish junior college. I can only take one class this semester because I had to work a lot because my mom went to prison. But it's all right. I only have like 12 more classes, I think. And then I can transfer to a legit school, like UCLA probably. Love to move to LA. Live somewhere cool like Melrose or Van Nuys or something. Have you ever been shopping on Melrose? It's so cool. So many cool shops. Work at like Warner Brothers or Disney Studios. Just like driving to the studio gates every day with one of those little card passes. You just swipe on the thingy and like have a secret handshake with the security guy. Like my own parking space. Pitch my movie ideas. When I get to LA, I'm gonna try to get a meeting with Steven Spielberg. That's my plan. Have a meet cute with a guy in an elevator, and then never come back to Fresno ever again. No offense. I can make a shit ton of money and pay my mom's bail and pay for like a house or like rehab. Lovely. Okay, I know. Yeah, I'm sorry, okay? I was never actually gonna hurt anyone. I'm not a threat to society. That's crazy. Okay, like, I'm a normal girl. Okay, you know who you should arrest are those parents who are raising little terrorists. Okay, come on, look at me. I really don't belong here. Okay? Everyone hated me in high school, and boys didn't really like me. And then now I'm doing something with my life. Not like those bitches in their Hollister sweatpants with their fake nails and their bumpets. Working at like Hooters, like a kid on their hip. Okay, which is actually, it's kind of funny to see how far they've plummeted since their glory days in high school. Jessica Arnold was the shit in junior high, and she made my life miserable, and now she is literally the town hoe. Carolyn Rudd, Sabrina Smith, Danny Ritter. He was actually kind of more of a loser than I was. I think he was just misunderstood. Everybody thought he was gay because he could dance. It was so annoying. He'd always be like, trying to stroke my hair. He thought I was jackhammering the head of his penis, but really I was just swatting it away. What is he doing now? I think he does marketing for Paramount, which is actually kind of cool. I guess I regret that now. Maybe I'll run into him when I go down there. When Stephanie Mendoza sells Mary Kay, all right? She's always queefing all over the internet. I'm constantly getting Facebook requests to like her page. Please. I'm going to do something important with my life as soon as I save up enough money. I'm going to be a storyboard artist. No. I am not paying those parking tickets. No. This city makes like $3 million a year on parking tickets, okay? It is a business. They purposefully write those signs all weird so you get all confused, but that's why I have a lot of them, and I owe a lot of money, I know, but I'm not paying this shit. No, I swear, I read the signs, but I always get tickets. I had $1,000 saved at one point, but I had to dip into it when I was the only one working and paying the mortgage, so I have to start my savings all over again. I was gonna see if I could get a loan from my dad, but my mom won't tell me who he is. But I don't even have the money to pay for a fine if you were to give me one, okay? So no one should really take this word kill so seriously, okay? Can we just strike that from the record, okay? This was just a teeny tiny little incident, and nothing even happened, okay? I just had a slight meltdown, which, if anything, is just awfully embarrassing for me, and really nothing else. And besides maybe traumatizing that child, but I'm sure he's going to walk away moderately unscathed, while I have now been arrested for the first time in my life. Okay, and it wasn't even for civil disobedience, for something cool. Okay? Do you know what kind of a feat that is, considering my mother is an addict and prostituting herself? You know, at one point she was homeless, sucking cock for heroin while I was in foster care and had no idea where she was. All right? And I think I'm relatively decent. I turned out okay. All right, I'm tough. I drink my coffee black and my whiskey neat. No, actually with Coke and ice and ginger. Anyway, okay, no. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Would it help if I, made a public apology on the news that I'm sorry I threatened to kill a child with a giant plastic candy cane? Would it? Would that, help my image? Seriously, would that lessen the charges? Would it make me, stop comparing myself to everybody else and, I could move away and make Daddy and I come back together and live good? Okay. Would it cancel my parking tickets?
It seemed that the land would be torn by a war, or saved by a miracle alone. And that miracle appeared in London town. The sword in the stone. I drew your sword from the stone. Here I am again, in your tower. I've lit your candles. I've fed your birds. I've kept your menagerie alive. But where are you? And if you knew I was going to end up here, king, why couldn't you have taught me more? Or why couldn't you have left me as a hawk? Things were so much easier when I was a bird. Then I could just fly away, disappear. Since you've gone, it's been 347 days. That's quite a few. Since you've gone, I have trouble with this thinking business. Proposition. I could just go. Then what, Merlin? Then I would be free. Then I could be happy again. I didn't want to be king. Stupid, bloody sword. So I'll go, and you can keep your magic sword. No. I'll keep the sword. It is a magic sword after all. But you aren't here. You can't stop me. I'm just going to go. And if I were to go, the wars would begin again. You always told me knights were foolish. Who would have thought being a king would be so cold? Why must it be me? I'm alone now, even in company. No one calls me Wart anymore. They say it's foolish, but it was familiar. It was mine. Proposition. I could appoint a successor. Then I could go. I could don my armor, pack a few rations, take only what I need, slip out and go, and the kingdom would run on without me. But who would it be? Galahad. Pure, saintly, but quite disliked words. Sir Gawain. Good heart. Ghastly temper. Lancelot. Focused, true, and compassionate. I'll make it him. And by doing so, by putting one above the other, I would single-handedly undo the round table. But I must go, or you must return, Merlin. Day by day, the world grows darker around me, and the only light I am left with is Guinevere. If I left, I would no longer be near Jenny. That would describe what's indescribable. She smells like vanilla, like the forest at dawn, like fresh tacked leather in a barn. She's warm like a campfire's glow, and in her presence all my rampant quarreling thoughts are silenced, and I forget that I am going to die. I love her. All and more than that, she is my friend. As much as I love her. She loves Lancelot in equal measure. Is this some final lesson, Merlin? Some test after all the wars? Have I earned nothing but pain and silence? I could have them burnt, flayed, impaled, eviscerated, crucified. I could have them beheaded! I could turn the sky red with my retribution and heart my wrath to the heavens. I could burn the land and boil the sea and shake the world with my justice. I will demand a man's vengeance! What am I saying? It's utterly ridiculous. How can I bring myself to hurt someone I love? I was only hoping that if I was as much of a fiend as my father was, you would return. Merlin. You said the best thing for sadness was to learn something new. You used to turn me into animals by magic for what would best suit the lesson. When I was a fish, I learned of power. When I was a hawk, I learned of chivalry. When I was an ant, I learned of the horrors of war. When I was a goose, I learned of freedom. And when I was a badger, I learned of the power of knowledge. What else was there for me to learn, Merlin? Propositions. What if being a king is not about me? Nothing to do with my love, my comfort, or my sense of adventure. Today, as I was riding home, I stopped to water my horse at a well. And as I was there, I heard a song being sung. The one that I played for you earlier. And I walked over and I stood in the doorway of the tavern. And I listened. And when the song was over, all eyes turned to me. And one man, leathered by time and age, stood up and walked over to me and held out his hand. I took it. And we shook. He smiled, nodded, and said nothing. And I felt an overpowering sense of warmth. If people can walk unmolested safe, that instead of fear, respect and love rule us, that might is used for right and people are free to live and love. If my being king means that, and I will gladly bear this burden. I owe it to those who raised and taught me. I owe it to those who live in my kingdom, peasant and knight alike. And I will be a far better king than ever my father was. And if I have to, I will be king alone. But come back, Merlin. Soon. One who is meant for himself alone. He will be the one who was born to claim the sword in the stone.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? No escape from reality. Mother, I slept with a man of low class, on a dirty, sweaty bed. He smelled like... I didn't know men had such a big hard thing in the crotch. It got crimson with my blood, and I felt I was a woman. Mother, I couldn't keep our promise, though I swore to you I'd never be a slave to any man. I'm sorry. I am a bad woman. I stole father's money to run away with him, but couldn't. I thought he loved me, but he left me. Nobody loves me. I wish I'd never been born at all. You should have died before you gave birth to me, or you should have loved me. Goodbye, everything. Childhood memories of midsummer days with birch leaves and lilac. I was wearing this pink floral dress. Yes, I'm staying here, blueberry or something. The afternoon in the garden, delicious food laid out on the great table. Stewed reindeer meat, piped with mashed potatoes, picked fresh raspberries, with father, mother, everybody laughing. Warm wind. Goodbye, everything. I've got to go. Wait. We'll hurt me. With the blood gush from here, and will be a dreadful end. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. No. Thinking scared, and it will be scary. So calm down. Calm down. What if this is all in a play, and I could go back to a dressing room? What if this is just a prop, and he and she were just actors, and everybody applauded my excellent performance, saying, congratulations! How happy then! But there is no other way. I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. I have to. Hello? Yes. Dressing room? Are you calling from a dressing room? An actor? What are you talking about? So, are you saying that you are an actor who is playing me? No, I'm just very confused. Could you explain? Yes? This is the reality. Yes, I'm living here. What's that? Is hanging better? Perfect suicide manual. Oh, yeah? Oh, how easy. Without pain, that's nice. Instantly. Wow. So, rope, ladder, and these come here because my organs may come out, in a very rare case though, according to the form. Who? An actor. Actor playing me. Life can be weird. Whatever. Where's the audience then? Oh. Here's the audience. Hi. Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me for me? Are you characters like me, or are you actors who are playing roles? If I, the character, die here now, will the actor play the other character? Or do I have to die again tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow, and after that, again? Who am I? Anyway, can I die? Reason. Because I want to play a character who is loved by people and happy. I know, right? I'm gonna die. No one to stop me. You know, 3,000 people kill themselves every day in the world. That is, one life is lost in every 30 seconds by suicide. I am just one of them. Hello. Yes, but much easier way. Yes. I remember. Yes. I can. Return to be an actor. Thank you.
There is someone here with me. I can't seem to shake him. He's always there, lurking in the shadows of my life. I once met a woman who told me I bring someone with me. She's one of those people who believe in that kind of stuff. I had barely talked to her when she said, "You bring someone with you." A man. Old, tall, dark eyes, almost black. He wants something, and he's very aggressive. Can you see him? He's right there, behind me, in the left corner. The human mind is dark and dangerous, full of lies and deception. Innocent, unpolluted children will soon enough be infected and putrefied by the human mind. Man is forever damned, condemned by his own grotesque mind. Putrefaction comes from within. Why would anyone bring a child into this world? Why would anyone condemn a soul like that? Don't you know yourselves? Don't you know your true nature? Everyone lies. We're all sons of Cain, and we start to die the day we are born. My father was a violent man. Maybe because of his own father. I never met my grandfather, but apparently he was an unpleasant man in every way. Anyway, my father used to beat us. And my mother, she was a nerve wreck, always pretending it didn't happen. She would always just put on some makeup and a smile, and she would make these big, lovely family dinners and invite people and engineer a picture of a happy family life. When was there ever family life here? I'm sure I can remember happy moments as a child. It wasn't always like that. He loved my sister and me. And I remember he was my hero, like every father is to his son. That changed. I never understood what happened, or why he would. Now I understand. As we grew up, he would become darker and darker, and more detached. Me and my poor sister, it was worse on her. Me, he would just beat up after his own mood, it seemed, but her, I know he did things to her. I could hear her. I still can. At first, struggling him, then quiet, and after a while, silent sobbing. Changed her. He used to be so full of joy. It was like he removed something important from inside of her, from her soul. She killed herself when she was 22. Now, it feels like a part of me is missing. Like the whole left side of my body is empty. I don't really remember the first time I saw him, but I must have been very young. His dark eyes, I was afraid of him. His presence was too much for me, too loud. Now, he's just there. Part of me. I'm looking for something to fill the void. Something innocent, uncorrupted, something pure. And I thought I had it. For a while, when I met her, when I met Marjorie. Happiness, harmony, peace. We had children. And I actually thought I was happy. With her and our 2 sons. She reminded me a lot of my sister. She seemed to see me for who I was. We seemed to share something. And I loved her. But she didn't know. And he was always there. The first time I hurt someone, physically, it was her. I broke down and cried. Not because of what I'd done, not because of the guilt and shame of it. That came after. But because I felt relief. Not because it was her, it could have been anyone. But because it felt like I finally let myself out. The act itself. Letting darkness and rage take over, the impact of my fist against her nose, bone breaking. I could feel every muscle in my body, not a thought in my head, just total awareness. I was present. I tried to make it work. I tried to keep it together. With the kids. I tried to find a cure for my sick soul, but I couldn't. He was always there. I never touched my ex-wife again. I didn't want to hurt her. So, I found other outlets. I killed people. Mostly homeless people. Drugs, addicts, drug dealers, people no one would miss. I unleash the darkness in me. I killed my father. Not in a quick way. No. I took my time. I was well prepared. As I stood there, staring into his eyes to the sound of his bones crushing, I felt strangely connected to him. It was like I finally got his approval, like he finally saw something of himself in me, and it made him proud. Now, I feel like I finally understand. My name is Tom, and I have killed 16 people. Finally, I know who I am and what I have to do. At last I see myself. I, the darkness in me, a sickness of the soul, just like my father and his father before him. I tried to deny it, but it's always been a part of me. And when that darkness takes over, relieved. I feel alive, like I can finally breathe, like someone else is taking over the wheel for a moment. It's wrong. Of course, I know that. I see that, yet I let him take over. And I don't fight it. I welcome him. So I've come to a final conclusion. This ends with me. And after careful consideration, I have decided to spare my 2 sons from the shame and sorrow of growing up.